Hello, my students, class 6. Today is the last chapter of the book Roots, The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare. Written by William Shakespeare. Now, here it is a very famous play actually. I think you know, or it is it is written in your book that page 140. William Shakespeare's The Tempest was first performed in 1611. Even after so many years, the play continues to entertain readers and audiences. That is, the readers, the audience, the people who are watching the play, they are all moved. They are becoming very happy, very satisfied with the unique story, unique performance of the players of the play, and also of the unique story. Now, what are the different characters? As it is a play, we have to know the different characters of the play, The Tempest. Prospero. Who was Prospero? A magician, once and future Duke of Milan. Miranda, daughter to Prospero. Ferdinand, Prince of Naples, son to Alonso. Ariel, who was Ariel? An eerie spirit. Eerie spirit means actually the spirit was invisible. People cannot see Ariel. Antonio, prosperous evil brother, Duke of Milan. Now, Alonso, King of Naples. Sebastian, Alonso's evil brother. Gonzalo, a wise counselor, and Boson, a sailor. These are the different characters. All my students, you look at page number 141 and you will come across the different characters. Act 1, Scene 1. A ship is in a storm. The captain comes in and talks with the bosun. Who was bosun? He was a sailor. Now the ship was in a storm. Now the captain is telling bosun. Bosun said, sir, captain, pipe all hands on deck. Pipe all hands on deck. Be quick about it, or we will run ourselves aground, because a severe storm the ship is facing is going to face a severe storm. So be prepared yourselves to face the storm, otherwise we have to run ourselves within the ground. He blows his whistle and dashes off. Sailors run in and haul at the ropes. Alonso, King of Naples, comes in with Sebastian, his brother, Ferdinand, his son, Antonio, the Duke of Milan, the wicked brother of Prospero. Now, and Gonzalo, an older statesman, and other passengers. These are all the passengers on the ship. Alonso, who was Alonso? King of Naples. He was a close friend of Ferdinand. Alonso was telling bosun, safety, where is the captain? Bosun, you are in the way. Keep in your cabins. You are only helping the storm. Gonzalo, be patient, dear fellow. Again, I am repeating that, my students, the ship was going to face a severe storm. They were all preparing themselves. Bosun was one of the sailors. I will. When the sea does go, don't get in our way. Do you want us to sink? Do some work then. Heave ho, raise the mainsail, turn her around. Now they were all preparing themselves to face the storm so that they can save the ships. Sailors, it is no good. On your knees, it's hopeless. So they are trying, but it was almost, they were all hopeless. Antonio, let's all go down with the king. Now with the king we are going to go down. Now Act 1, Scene 2. Then what happened? The island in front of Prospero's cave. Prospero enters, followed by Miranda. Now Prospero was staying with his daughter Miranda on an island. Now, they in front of Prospero's cave, Prospero enters and enters the cave and followed by Miranda. Miranda was the daughter of Prospero. Miranda, father, did your magic raise the storm at sea? If so, please make it stop. Now, Prospero, we know he knew various kinds of the magic. So they were watching the ship. The ship was coming, and when they observed the severe storm the ship was facing, Miranda understood little bit, and she asked her father, Prospero, Father, the storm on the sea, the storm that was raised on the sea, is it due to your magic, my father? Prospero, I have done nothing harmful. I have only done what is best for you, my daughter, who doesn't know anything about where you came from or who you are. Now, then Miranda asked Prospero, Father, if it is due to your magic, please stop the storm on the sea. Then Prospero said, what I have done? Prospero said to his daughter that what he have done, it was for the good of his daughter. So he said that, okay, you don't know anything about your past, you don't know from where you came originally and what was your real identity. Now I never thought of wanting to know more. Miranda said that that she was very happy and she was living a very peaceful life, so she did not want to know anything more about that. Prospero, that is the father of Miranda, it's time I let you know. Give me a hand removing my magic clock. She helps him remove the cloak, my magic cloak, and he puts it on a rock. Sit down. Now I will tell you more. Now, give me a hand removing my magic cloak. Now, Prospero was wearing a magic cloak dress. Now he asked his daughter, help me to remove my cloak and sit. They were sitting on a rock, and Prospero was going to tell the history of his life to his beloved daughter Miranda. Miranda, sometimes you have tried to tell me, but you have always stopped. It's left me wishing you had tell me more. That Miranda said, okay, she could remember that sometimes Prospero wanted to tell something of his past life, but he started, but he could not proceed. He could not tell much about that. Now, Prospero, it's time now. 12 years ago, I was Duke of Milan, a powerful prince. Now, Prospero said that just 12 years ago, he was the Duke of Milan and he was a powerful prince. Miranda, what happened to make us leave? Was it good or bad? Then Miranda said, oh, my father, you were the Duke of Milan, and why then we came to this place, leaving all the comforts, all the fame, all the status of life? Prospero, now both wicked things happened to make us leave, but we were also lucky. My brother, your uncle, was named Antonio. Then Prospero was going to tell the whole story. What was the story behind before coming to this island? Prospero was telling to his daughter that before coming to his island 12 years ago, he was the Duke of Milan, and Prospero had one brother. Name of the brother was Antonio. Antonio was the uncle of Miranda. Next to you, I loved him more than anyone else in the world. Prospero said that he used to love his brother more than anybody else after his daughter. That is, my students try to understand. Prospero was telling that to him the most favorite person in the whole world was his daughter Miranda. After that, he loved his brother very much. Now, next to you, I loved him more than anyone else in the world, and I trusted him to manage my kingdom. I left the business of government to him, but I was so busy reading my books and improving my mind that I neglected everything else. Antonio started to think that he was the Duke because he was carrying out my duties. Now, Prospero's mind was always for his studies. He loved to study books, so all the time he was very much busy in reading various types of the books to increase his knowledge. So he entrusted his brother with all types of the work of his kingdom. As a result of, he trusted his brother very much. As a result of that, Antonio started to think that he was the Duke, that is the king. Duke is the king of Italy here because he was carrying out his duties. As he was carrying all the duties of Prospero, the Duke of Milan, he started to think himself the Duke of Milan. Now Miranda, oh heaven, oh my God, Miranda said. Then what happened? Prospero said, the king of Naples, an enemy of mine, listened to Antonio. And Prospero said that the king of Naples was a great enemy of mine and listened to Antonio. He listened all the words of Antonio. And Antonio, along with the king of Naples, they decided that I and my family should be forced to leave our country, that they should force us, that is that is Prospero, along with his family, should leave Milan. They raised an army and one night opened the gates and hurried us through. And one night they forced Prospero along with his family to leave Milan. Miranda, why didn't they kill us? Okay, Miranda said, so why they didn't kill us? That is, Miranda said that why didn't they kill Miranda and Prospero with their family? Prospero. Fortunately, Gonzalo, a nobleman in charge of getting us out, gave us some food. Prospero said, oh, yes, sure, we would die. They would die. Prospero said to Miranda that they would die, but due to Gonzalo, a nobleman, very, very good man, in charge of getting us out. He was in charge. He got all the responsibility. Antonio gave all the responsibility to Gonzalo, so that we must evacuate. That is, we should move from the from the castle, from the place where Prospero Miranda along with their family used to live, and they would die because they were on the boat, on the ship, without any food. But it was Gonzalo, a very noble man. He gave some food, fresh water, fine clothes, and other things so that Prospero, Miranda, and other family members might be alive. Now, Out of the kindness of his heart, knowing I loved my books, Gonzalo also gave me books from my library that I prized more than my kingdom. Out of the kindness of his heart, knowing I loved my books, Gonzalo also gave me books from my library I prized more than my kingdom. Now, he was very kind. Gonzalo was very kind, and knowing I love my books, Gonzalo gave Prospero all the books he loved to read from the library along with Prospero. Miranda, thank heavens, and now because I can't stop thinking about it, what is your reason for making this storm at sea? Miranda said, oh, thank God, due to Gonzalo, we were able to save our lives. But Miranda said to her father that she could not understand why at this time Prospero, due to his magic, he raised the storm at the sea. Now Prospero, oddly, good luck has brought my enemies to us. Ask no more questions. He put his hand over her eyes. You feel sleepy. Miranda falls asleep. Hypnotized, Prospero calls quietly, come here, servant, come. I am ready now. Approach, my Ariel, come. Now, said, so Prospero said, okay, Miranda, you should not. That is, he asked Miranda, it would be good for Miranda not to watch any more incidents, what was going to be happen. So he did some magic and hypnotized Miranda so that Miranda fall asleep, and he called his servant to come near him. That servant was Ariel. Ariel, all hail, great master. I come to answer your call. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, or to ride on the clouds, Ariel and all his fellow spirits are at your command. Now, Ariel said to Ariel came hearing the order, hearing the call of Prospero. Ariel arrived in front of Prospero and asked Prospero to order him what he had to do. Now, Prospero, spirit, have you done what I ordered you to do? Ariel, everything I boarded the king's ship. With fire I struck terror, with lightning flashes, fire explosions, I bold waves and bold waves. I took care of everything. Everyone on board was afraid. The king's Ariel said, yes, he did everything according to the order of Prospero, and King's son Ferdinand was the first one to jump overboard. But according to the order of Prospero, King's son Ferdinand was able to save his life. He was the first man to jump overboard. Prospero, but are they safe? Ariel said, Prospero asked Ariel, were all the people safe? Ariel said, no one was hurt, and just like you ordered, I have scattered them around the island in groups. I myself landed the king's son. Ariel said that no one was hurt, and just like you ordered, I have scattered them around the island in groups. Ariel said that okay, no one was hurt, and I just like you ordered, I have scattered them around the island in groups. And according to the order of Prospero, he scattered all the people around the island in groups. Now, but I myself, Ariel, along with Ferdinand, that is the king's son, they landed I myself landed the king's son. Prospero, what have you done with the sheep? Prospero asked Ariel, what about the sheep? Ariel, the sheep is safely in the harbor. I hid it in a deep cove. The Ariel said the ship was safe and it was at the harbor. It was in the harbor. Prospero, you have carried out my orders exactly, but there is more work to do. Prospero became very happy and asked and said to Ariel that Ariel had done every work correctly according to the order of Prospero. But there is more work to do. We both have to make the most of our time between now and 6 o'clock tonight. Now, Prospero said, yes, Ariel, my most favorite. Ariel had done according to the order of Prospero, but we have to do or we have to finish. Prospero said to Ariel that they had to finish all the work between at this time and 6 o'clock. Now, tonight, Ariel, more hard work since you are so demanding. May I remind you of what you promised but have not given me? Ariel said to Prospero that, he had to do more hard work. Prospero said, but Ariel said that he wanted to get one thing from Prospero since a long time, but he did not receive it. Prospero said, what was that? Ariel said that he wanted only one thing, that was his freedom. Prospero, before the time is out, absolutely not. Prospero said yes, he would grant Ariel his freedom at his proper time. Ariel remembered that I have served you well, I have told you no lies, made no mistakes, and served without grumbling about it. You promised to give me my freedom a year early. Ariel said that all the time he used to carry on the order of Prospero. And Prospero promised to give Ariel his freedom 1 year earlier, 1 year earlier, but still Ariel did not get it. Then Prospero said, have you forgotten the torture I freed you from? Prospero then asked Ariel to remember what type of torture Ariel was facing, and it was Prospero who made Ariel free from all type of the torture. Ariel knew he had not forgotten. Prospero, you were the servant of the witch Sycorax. She was banished from Algirus for doing things too horrible to mention. She imprisoned you in a split pine tree because you refused to obey her. In great pain inside the tree, you were imprisoned for 12 years when she died and left you there. Now, then Prospero said that my students try to understand. Ariel was imprisoned by a witch. Name of the witch was Sycorax. Why Ariel got the punishment, that is, he was imprisoned by Sycorax? Because Ariel was not ready to listen the order of Sycorax. That's why Sycorax became very angry, and she imprisoned him in a split pine tree because he refused to obey Sycorax. In great pain inside the tree, he was imprisoned for 12 years before the death of Sycorax and left you there. Sycorax left Ariel there. Ariel, thank you for rescuing me. And it was Prospero who rescued Ariel from all his pain. Then Ariel said to Prospero that he could not forget. He would not forget for his life what Prospero had done for Ariel. That's why he was obeying. Obey ing. Obeying. He was obeying all the orders of Prospero. Prospero, do it, and in 2 days I will release you. Prospero said, okay, okay, do all the work, what he was telling to Ariel, and within 2 days he would release Ariel. I want you to make yourself a water name that he would made he wanted to make Ariel a water spirit. You need to be invisible to everyone too but me. Prospero said to Ariel that Ariel should be invisible to everyone, and he would be